Hi, Joe Bolte, Beck's Hybrids PFR operator and herbicide specialist at our Effingham location. Today I'm coming to you from one of our plots. This is a new study that we're trying this year, and it's our tillage study. Now, we've done tillage studies in the past, but we were strictly looking more at yield, and this is a little bit different this time because we're going to be looking at weed management, because each tillage practice can have a different impact on the weeds that you may face. And we picked this area because this area was a little bit unique. This area, we had 3 different weeds out here. So we had mare's tail, small seeded broadleaf that is going to definitely be influenced by any type of soil disturbance. So it's really going to thrive in that no-till environment. Then we also have water hemp out here. So water hemp, that's not going to be impacted to the shallower tillages such as a vertical tillage, but it could be influenced by deeper tillage because it's a small seeded broadleaf as well. If we take a look at the cockleburr is the other weed out here, and it's a large seeded broadleaf, so it's not going to respond to those shallow tillages. It's going to take deeper tillage since it's a larger seeded broadleaf. Now, the treatments we have out here, so we have no-till, so that's where that mare's tail is going to thrive, because that mare's tail's got such a thin seed coat that any type of disturbance is really going to interfere with its viability of that seed. And then we got vertical tillage in the fall and spring, vertical tillage only in the spring. So the idea behind those 2 treatments is to see how will that impact our mare's tail germination between those 2 timings. And then we have inline ripper and vertical tillage. That could be enough soil disturbance to interfere with the mare's tail germination, but it's not going to really do much to our water hemp and cockleburr. And then we have finally the moldborer, as well as the chisel plow. The chisel plow was our other treatment. So the chisel plow, we're getting enough mixing action going on. We're getting enough soil disturbance with the chisel plow. So that should definitely impact our mare's tail and water hemp. Maybe or maybe not on that cockleburr, just kind of depending on how deep we're able to run with the chisel plow. And then finally the moldboard plow. So going a little bit old school. So with the moldboard, now we're getting enough soil disturbance when we're turning it over where we should have an impact on the cockleburr situation. Now, moldboard is a little bit older school, but I think this year where we had a lot of preventative plant acres, could the possibility of burying that seed deep once and then not moldboring the following year, could that maybe bury some of that new seed underneath the ground so we wouldn't have to deal with it later in the future? So we're looking at 2 different ways. We're looking at where we're moldboring it each year, and then we're looking at when we're moldboring it once and not turning it back over. So more kind of that preventative plant acre. See if that could have had a positive impact on it. So with the study, what we'll do is we'll come out here, we'll look at it more of a long-term study. So universities have done work on this type of work on palmer, on water hemp, and they've shown that soil disturbance can impact the weeds we face, the depths that we'll face those weeds at, and all sorts of things with the tillage practices. Now, and also an important part of this study is, we know in no-till we're going to deal with mare's tail. We're going to have a little bit more mare's tail pressure. So we're going to kind of showcase that. But we also know that, hey, if we're in a no-till environment and we got some data that shows that, yeah, mare's tail is a little bit heavier pressure there, what can we do? Well, we know in certain situations that we're not going to want to do tillage, that we still want to have no-till acres out there, so we can come in with an effective burn down. We can come in with cover crops. We can do other things to manage that. So we're showcasing the tillages on what tillage spectrum will have these weeds more at. So then we can know, all right, well, we can come in with good pre's, sites of action that'll be effective on that weed, as well as maybe some cover crops, a good burn down. All these scenarios we can do, but then we'll have some data kind of support what weeds we'll face in the different spectrums. So we're very excited for the study. Hopefully this spring we'll have some good visuals to show the different weeds and how we influence that weed density. So stay tuned for the spring for some results. Remember to like and subscribe below. Thank you.